area of integration. So in this video, I am going to show the solution for our quiz number 1 under one curve or bounded by a curve. So it is a region bounded by the given function. Say for instance the vertical lines and the x-axis. So we have 3 items. The first one is, by the way, let us recall the principle about the area under a curve. So pag sinabi natin na area under a curve, it is a function of x. So say for instance we have f of x, and it is a continuous and non-negative function of x on a closed interval. Say for instance the value of a and b. So if we have this curve, say for instance this, we get that the first x or x sub 1 and the second x or x sub 2 is our boundary. Then that area bounded, yun yung tinatawag na region bounded by a graph of x. And the x-axis and the vertical lines, kunyari kung meron tayong x is equals to a and x is equals to b, given by the formula, area is equals to the integral of a function, yung ating binigay na curve or function of the curve, f of x. Then, of course, since we have the integral sign, then at the end, we have the dx. Since it is bounded, and meron tayong boundary, so we have the lower limit of a and the upper limit of b. And kung igagraph natin siya, katulad siya neto, or say for instance, ito yung ating then kunyari ito yung ating function, and then this area here, itong shaded portion, ito yung kunyari ang hinahanap natin na area using this formula, and yung tinatawag natin na boundaries a and b is this point, a and then b. So when calculating the area under a curve function of x, follow the steps. Sketch. So ano yung i-sketch natin? Sketch the area, kung ano yung area bounded. Then the second step, determine the boundaries, yung ating x sub 1 and x sub 2, or in some other references, it is denoted by a and b. A and b na lang yung gamitin natin. Ayan. The number 3, set up the definite integral. And for the last step, syempre, integrate natin siya. So for the first item, first question sa ating quiz number 1, on our final coverage, we have this question: find the area bounded by, merong binigay tayo na function or curves that is equals to y is equals to x squared minus 4, and then merong boundaries na binigay. So ibig sabihin yung ating other step for determining the boundaries is already given here. Kasi meron na tayong a and b. Meron tayong x sub 1 which is equals to 2 and x sub 2 that is equals to 4. Okay? Pero paano natin siya nahanap? So ano yung way natin when we are going to find the boundaries? So ang gagawin muna natin, we have to set y is equals to 0. So therefore this is equals to 0 is equals to x squared minus 4. So magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang roots. Okay? And that is equals to 0 is equals to the quantity x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 2. Then kunin natin siya. Therefore x is equals to 2 and x is equals to negative 2. So from the graph, makikita naman natin na yung boundary natin at a is 2, or yung x-axis natin na nandun siya sa 2, positive 2. So the value of x, wherein that is negative 2, is a solution to the equation above. Pero hindi siya doon sa tinatanong sa problem. Kasi yung ating graph for this is like this. So this is our x and y axis. Then we have this graph. Okay? So ito yung tinutukoy na negative 2. Ito. And yung isang naman positive 2 is here. Positive 2. So, ang ating hinahanap is from positive 2 up to positive 4. So, therefore, it will start here. And up to this x value na 4. So, ito yung hinahanap natin na area bounded by this curve. So, itong naka-shade portion. Okay? Then, the other boundary value is given by the equation of the vertical line x is equals to 4. So, ito na yun. So, 4 ito. So, yan. So, kapag in-expand natin siya, zoom natin to. So, ito lang yung hahanapin natin na area. Then, next is we have to set the integral. Okay? So, using the formula, by using our formula, we have area is equals to integral of a function f of x dx. Then, we have a and b as our boundaries. Then, we set our integral for this problem. So, we have the integral of a function x squared minus 4 dx. And yung ating boundary is equals to 2 and 4. Since yun yung ating nilagay na x sub 1 and x sub 2. Okay? For manual solution, we can use or integrate this. So, this will become x cubed over 3 minus 4x. Then, we have the lower limit or lower boundary na 2 and upper boundary na 4. And it signifies that we set first the value of x na 4, yung ating upper limit. Then, we need to subtract the value of x na ang i-replace naman natin is our lower limit or lower boundary. So, this would become 4 cubed over 3 minus 4 times 4. Okay, so na-replace natin siya. Yung ating x value ay naging 4 minus we have 2 cubed all over 3 minus 4 times 2. Okay, so simplifying further this equation, this will give us 56 over 3 square units. And ito yung ating sagot. So, I hope meron kayong Canon na calculator. You can use the model F-789SGA or you can download any scientific or Canon calculator sa ating Play Store. Okay, press AC muna. Then, pindutin natin yung integral sign dx. Then, input natin yung ating equation. We have this x squared minus 4. Then, close quantity. Lalagay natin yung ating boundaries. We have 2 and we have 4. Then, press equal. Number 2. Find the area between the curve y is equals x multiplied by the quantity x minus 3 and the ordinates. So, dito naman sa next problem na ito, binigay yung ordinates niya. Wherein our x is equals to 0 and another x is equals to 5. So, for our solution, if we set y is equals to 0, kailangan iset natin yung y into 0. So, this will give us 0 is equals to x multiplied by quantity x minus 3. And so, x is equals to 3. So, ito yun. So, thus, the curve cuts the x-axis at when x is 0 and at x is equals to 3. So, therefore, our graph for this question, ito yung ating x and y-axis, we have this, ito yung first cut, nandito sa 0. Then, the second cut ay nandito sa 3. Ang ating boundary ay 5. So, here. So, ibig sabihin, dalawa yung makukuha natin na area. So, this first area, gagawin ko siyang orange. So, itong orange na ito yung first area bounded by this curve. Then, the second area is itong red. Ito. So, we can denote that by big letter A and B. So, yun yung ating nakuha na area. So in this curve, ito yung y is equals to x multiplied by quantity x minus 3. Okay? And then we set the boundary from 0 to 5 sa ating value of x. From the graph, we can see that we need to calculate muna the area of A between the curve. So, unahin natin yung area ng A, yung yellow, and the x-axis and the ordinates x is equals to 0 up to x is equals to 3 first. Because, maghihiwalay siya na area. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng unahin from 0 to 5. Since yung ating point ng graph ay naglay sa ating x na 0 at saka x na 3. And that we should expect this integral to give a negative answer because the area is solely below the x-axis. So, yun pala yung key points doon. Kapag yung ating area or yung area na na-form ng curve sa ating Cartesian plane is below the x-axis. So, nasa ilalim siya ng x-bar, ng x-axis natin, magbibigay siya sa atin ng negative value. Okay? Ngayon, i-plot natin siya sa ating formula. Area is equals to the integral of the function. Lalagay ko na dito yung function mismo, that is quantity x squared minus 3x. By the way, ba't naging ganyan yung aking because nag-multiply tayo, no? Before that, meron tayong y is equals to x multiplied by quantity x minus 3. So, this would be distributive property ito, no? So, this is x squared minus 3x. So, pwedeng ganon. Okay? So, you can replace that. So, area of a integral, quantity x squared minus 3x, dx, of course. And ang ating boundary is 0 to 3. You can use our calculator now for our checking. But for the manual solution, we have this. X cubed all over 3 minus 3x squared all over 2. Ayan. And ang ating lower limit na 0 to 3. Therefore, yun yung ating sa substitute. So, 3 cube all over 3 minus 3 times 3 squared all over 2 minus 0 cube all over 3 minus 3 times 0 squared all over 2. So, ganun yung ating manual solution for that. And this will give us the value of mixed fraction pala to, no? So, this is negative 4n and 1/2 square units. So, integral of a quantity x squared minus 3x, then yung ating lower limit na 0, upper limit na 3, then press equal. So, negative 9 halves. Okay? So, ang ating negative 9 halves, that is a improper fraction, or negative 4.5. Negative 4.5. So, it's the same naman. Okay? So, yan yung ating first area. Now, we need to calculate the area B between the curves. So, the x-axis and the ordinates, ang gagamitin naman natin this time is yung value from 3 to 5. So, dito naman siya mag-uumpisa. Kasi natapos na natin ito eh. Nakuha na natin yung value of area niyan. So, kunin naman natin yung area nung B. Okay? So, erase ko lang yung ating sulat. And then, we have this. B na lang yung ilagay ko as our area. Then, this would become integral of, yun pa rin yung ating curve equation. So, x squared minus 3x dx. But, yung pinagkaiba nitong other example or other solution, yung upper limit natin ay 5 and the lower limit natin ay 3. So, this would become, same pa din, x cubed over 3 minus 3x squared over 2. Then, we set our lower boundary as 3 up to the upper boundary na 5. Then, replace natin siya as our x value. So, 5 cubed all over 3 minus 3 times 5 squared over 2 minus the quantity 3 cubed over 3 minus 3 times 3 squared over 2. And this will give us the answer x squared minus 3x. Then from 3 to 5. Okay, so 26 over 3. So yun. Or 8.6. Same naman pala siya. So 8 2/3 is equals to 8.6. You can use decimal na lang para mas madali. So this is 8.6 is square unit. Units since hindi natin binigay yung units niya. So hindi pa tayo tapos since ang hinahanap natin is the total area of A and the area of B. So therefore we need to add this. So meron tayo doon kanina na negative 4.5 plus 8.6. Okay. Ngayon, magmamatter ba yung negative sign natin? Hindi. Yung negative sign natin ay only signifies the location ng area. Since yung location ng area natin bounded by the curve is under the x-axis. So, therefore, ang kukunin lang natin dito is the absolute value. So, 4.5 plus 8.6. So, ito na yung ating total na area. So, A is equals to 13.1 square units. So, ito yung ating sagot for our number 2. Okay, next. For the last problem, number 3, find the area bounded by the curve. So, ang atin naman dito, ang equation is y is equals to x squared plus x plus 4. And the x-axis and ordinates is equals to x is equals to 1 and x is equals to 3. So, if we set y is equals to 0, makakakuha tayo ng equation that is 0 is equals to x squared plus x plus 4. So, ito yung quadratic. So, we have b squared minus 4ac. Okay? So, yung b squared natin is just the x squared. Okay? Then, yung 4ac naman natin is 1 minus 16. So, that is negative 15. So that there are no real roots. So, this means that the curve does not cross the x-axis. Hindi siya tumama dun sa x-axis, meaning mas angat. Okay? Furthermore, the coefficient of x squared is positive, and so the curve is U-shaped. So, when x is 0, y is equals to 4. And the curve looks like this. So, ito yung magiging curve natin. Ito yung ating x and y-axis. Yung curve natin ay ganyan. So, ito yung y is equals to x squared plus x plus 4. Now, meron tayong nakaset na boundaries. We have the x na 1 up to the x na 3. So, nandito yan. Ito yung kukunin natin na area. So, the required area, A, is entirely above the x-axis. And so, we can simply evaluate the integral between the required limit. So, madali lang siya kasi binigay naman yung ating boundary. So, using our formula, we have the area is equals to the integral of the given function, which is quantity x squared plus x plus 4 close quantity dx. Then, our lower limit na 1 up to the upper limit na 3. Okay? Then, let us do the manual computation. This will give us x cubed. Integrate natin over 3 plus x squared over 2 plus 4x. Okay? Then, lagay ulit natin yung lower limit na 1 up to the upper limit na 3. Therefore, we can substitute the value of x. So, this is 3 cubed over 3 plus 3 squared over 2 plus 4 multiplied by 3. Close quantity minus substitute the lower limit. We have 1 cube over 3 plus 1 squared over 2 plus 4 multiplied by 1. Okay. And this will give us the answer of 20 and 2/3 square units. So, integral of a quantity x squared plus x plus 4 close quantity, yung ating lower boundary na 1 up to the upper boundary na 3. So this will give us 62 over 3. Yung ating 62 divided by 3, that is equals to 20.6. 2 over 3 or 20.6. Dito ko na lang. So area is equals to 20.6. Bale 66667 yan. Square units. So that is our answer for the problem number 3.